Hi friends, different intellectual questions are great to warm up your brain and make you work on your memory and guesswork, as well as feed your mind with interesting information. I propose to answer 9 unusual questions that will test your erudition. Most populous city: Tokyo, Shanghai, Delhi. Tokyo is the largest city in the world, the capital of Japan, the only giant city in the world, bringing together over 40% of the country's population. The population continues to grow. The average population density is 800-1,000 people per 1 square kilometer. The World Urbanization Prospects Revision 2007 predicts that this largest metropolis, as the most populous conglomerate city, will continue to be number 1. What is the name of the island in Senegal that went down in history as one of the largest centers of the slave trade in the 15th and 19th centuries? Guiers, Cachouan, Gore. The island of Gore is located 5 kilometers from Dakar, and itself it is not very large, in width 350 meters, and in length does not reach a kilometer. On the island lives a little more than 1,000 people. There are no cars, and get here can only by ferry. In the 15-19 centuries, Gore became the largest center of the slave trade on the African coast. In total, more than 40 million black slaves were sold here and shipped from here to America. Today, the former slave trade center serves as an emotional monument to the cruelty and suffering caused by the transatlantic slave trade. Restored and opened as a museum in 1962, the island demonstrates the horrific treatment of people who were treated as chattel. Croatia's currency is named after whom? Horses, martins, dogs. The Croatian kuna is the monetary unit of Croatia. The name kuna of the currency was chosen because of the significant role of marten fur in the monetary history of the Slavic Croats. The fur of the marten performed the functions of means of payment and exchange long before the appearance of money in the form of coins. This is recorded in almost all Slavic peoples during the Middle Ages. In pre-Mongol Rus kuns were called not only Arabian dirhams or Germanic pfennigs, but also money in general. In the Slavic Croats, the fur of the marten served as a means of paying taxes called kunavina. What does the large star on the Chinese flag symbolize? Communist Party, independence, Chinese people. The red color of the flag symbolizes revolution. 5 pointed yellow stars are placed in the upper left corner of the flag, 1 relatively large one on the left, and 4 smaller ones arc around it on the right. The large star represents the leadership of the Chinese Communist Party. There is no official interpretation of the 4 smaller stars. In China itself, the popular interpretation is that they symbolize the 4 classes: the proletariat, peasantry, intellectuals, and the army. What does an aleurometer measure? The suitability of flour for baking bread, percentage of cocoa in chocolate, sugar content of food. The aleurometer is a measuring device invented by Boland in Paris to test the suitability of flour for baking bread. Aleurometer is based on the principle that the quality of flour is determined by the degree of stickiness of the gluten contained in it. It is a cylinder closed from below, through the lid of which passes a movable piston, provided at the upper end with divisions from 25 to 50. Physiognomy is distortion of observed phenomena, departure from the truth or from the norm. The doctrine of the correspondence of a person's appearance to his character and thoughts. The study of the attitude of a person to his personality. Physiognomy, a method of determining the type of personality of a person, his mental qualities and state of health, based on the analysis of external features of the face and its expression. The art of physiognomy originated in ancient China. It was practiced in different forms during many centuries in different parts of the world. According to the classical Chinese school of thought, features of our face determine all personality, destiny of the person, his temperament and character. People who have managed to learn the art of physiognomy can read any person as an open book. They are very attentive and have learned to compare what they see with what they know. Do you know what a zarf is? It is a tightly knit scarf made of warm wool. A groove located between the nose and the upper lip. A paper wrap around a glass of tea or coffee. Zarf from Arabic means container, envelope. A porcelain cup is inserted into such a cone-shaped stand, which protects a person's hands from the heat of hot coffee. Zarfs are made of wood, tortoise shell, horn, bone, clay, gold, silver, copper, tombac, brass, and other metals. What is pointillism? A mental disorder. Painting style. Citizenship. Pointillism, or neo-impressionism, is dot painting. It appeared in 1885 in France. The artists introduced this technique of applying an image in which the colors are not mixed on the palette. Pointillism excludes the connection of colors on the surface of the canvas because each point is put at some distance from the other. However, if you look at the paintings made in this manner, from a small distance, the image seems whole, merged. What is the length of the Great Wall of China? 21, 196 kilometers. 30, 102 kilometers. 44, 510 kilometers. Many sources mention that the length of the Great Wall of China is 851, 8 kilometers. However, official figures in China indicate 21, 196, 18 kilometers. To measure the length of the wall, for the first time, a scientific approach was applied and a systematic evaluation was carried out. After 5 years of research, scientists were able to measure the length of the entire wall. On June 5, 2012, the State Administration of Ancient Cultural Monuments of China announced that the length of the Chinese wall in kilometers is 21, 196, 18.